Mr. Solomon of Goldman Sachs talking about his fears, talking about the fact that he worries about the US economy overheating. He said that he didn't think the midterms would have much of an effect on the markets. Would you agree with those two statements?
Good afternoon, Guy. Thank you for having me. Yes, I must say that I agree completely with Mr. Solomon. I think that, of course, the midterm election is a very important political event for the United States, but I don't expect a very important consequences on the economy, on the US economy, and more importantly, on the global economy.
What do you worry about then in terms of what your business could be impacted by? We have plenty of political issues that we need to worry about here in Europe. Italy is the obvious one that springs to mind. Do you worry that Italy could pile pressure onto the European financial sector, could destabilize, once again, Europe's banks?
Well, as you said, there are many candidates for being worried. That's why we have organized actually this Natixis Investment Managers Summit to have a helicopter view on many topics, including geopolitics, including technology, a lot of disruption going on in the world. But if you're talking about Europe, I would more name Brexit, because something is sure, Brexit will happen. It's in next March, and we don't really know exactly how it will be processed, which in the first place, it's a reason to worry. So before Italy, I would put Brexit, when we talk about Europe, on top of my list.
OK, that's interesting. How are you adapting your business to that threat that comes from Brexit? Are you taking people from London and putting them elsewhere? And are you worried that European banks post-Brexit will struggle to gain access to the clearing houses that are currently domiciled in London?
Well, actually, my main worries are not for banks or for ourselves. I think that, of course, the question of clearing chambers is a very important one, but I think it's moving in the right direction, and authorities should find the right answers to this problem. Of course, as all the banks, we are adjusting our setup in London, but being a continental bank, it's not very important in terms of number of people as far as we are concerned. But more importantly, I think we are going to have a very important country in Europe leaving the common market, most probably leaving the single market. So I see it as a very important economic shock for the economy globally of Europe, for industry. And of course, I think it's something to really consider and to take into account, and to try to make sure the right solutions are found, and I think we need to monitor this topic very cautiously. Of course, Italy is an important topic, but at the end of the day, I expect that we find a solution, because it will stay in the family. For the Brexit, it's a kind of divorce, so I'm a little bit worried that it's more difficult to get to an agreement.
OK. Can I just ask you a specific question about your plans going forward? We recently saw the head of Ingenico stepping down. Obviously, this is a business that you are interested in. This is a financial services transaction business. Where are you in your plans surrounding Ingenico, and do you have board backing in terms of moving forward with a potential transaction?
Well, we have issued a press release about Ingenico. I won't comment any further of this press release. We have today an important summit where we are discussing very far-reaching topics, and this question I don't want to comment further.
We've just seen a very turbulent month of October, how do you make sure that your investment bank delivers in periods like that. You are one of the few banks in Europe that trade above book value. You've clearly got some success in managing this story. But as we head into potentially a more volatile period with QE being rolled back, what are your plans to make sure that that iBank delivers?
Well, you know, we have set a direction. It's our strategic plan. We are transforming our business constantly. We are really, innovating in some ways. For example, for European Bank, I think we have gone very far in our originate to distribute model. We have developed a unique multi-boutique model for M&A. I think we are the only bank to do this like that. So we are not copying anyone. We are not trying to move as the market. We are trying to add value to our clients. And I think that in the volatile period of the year, like in the less volatile, our clients need our expertise. And that's how we want to. Of course, we cannot be completely immune of the evolution of the market, but we can beat the market if we find the right added value to our clients through our expertise, not through our balance sheet, but through our expertise.